It's time for GMA Life.
There's no place like home.
Living with my mom is like the best thing that I've ever done in my entire life.
Why a growing number of adult children are moving back in with their parents. And how to make it work for everyone.
Plus, battle for a spot in the ballroom. Host and mirror ball champion Robert Irwin takes us behind the scenes of Dancing with the Stars, The Next Pro.
GMA Game Day heads to the home of the Arizona Cardinals with a surprise for a dedicated fan and educator.
And 25 years ago, she introduced us to Elle Woods.
What, like it's hard?
And taught everyone.
So you bend and snap.
The Bend and Snap. This morning, Reese Witherspoon celebrating the anniversary of Legally Blonde.
Hello and welcome to GMA Life. I'm Lori Bergamato.
And I'm Will Gans. Right now, we are in the GMA offices, and coming up on GMA Life, Reese Witherspoon is celebrating 25 years of Legally Blonde.
I cannot believe that. She hasn't aged a day. Plus, free shipping and deals and steals. We love that. And I'm helping you stay cool in the right stuff.
But first to Rebecca Jarvis and the growing trend of adult children moving home. Sometimes it just makes financial sense.
After going through a breakup and what she called a quarter-life crisis, Samantha Stobo was ready to leave New York City and figure out her next step.
My mom actually pitched the idea. She had recently moved to Miami. She pitched the idea of me coming and moving in with her temporarily while I figured out where I wanted to live, what I wanted to do for work. And then it kind of just spiraled and snowballed into 4 years later, and I still live with her.
The duo agreed on a set amount of rent Samantha pays and the living situation, which she chronicles on TikTok for her over 20,000 followers, and says it's made them closer than ever.
She is privy to a lot of information in my life, which makes her a really good sounding board, a really good confidant, a really good just like best friend. But I do remember at the beginning when I moved in, trying to navigate household chores, household responsibilities, who pays for what.
It's a growing trend. Last year, 49% of adults under the age of 30 lived with a parent, up 12% since 2019.
Home prices jumped almost 50% from 2019 to 2024, while incomes only went up 22%. So your kid is running twice as hard, basically, just to stay in the same spot. That's not a work ethic issue of kids going back home. It's a macroeconomic issue.
Casey Wright decided to move back in with her parents after 2 consecutive layoffs.
It made sense for me to be able to figure out how to get back on my feet and find a new job. And then it kind of just ended up me staying around longer than I expected it to.
Now, 3 years later, she's been able to make a dent in her student loans and save towards a down payment, while also helping her parents around the house.
My parents are older, so I am able to help them in their older years with stuff that they maybe can't do as much. It's been mutually beneficial for both me and my family.
Thank you, Rebecca. And now to the ballroom as Dancing with the Stars expands the franchise with The Next Pro.
That's right. Robert Irwin is taking the helm as the host, and he takes us behind the scenes to show us what it's going to take to make the cut.
He dominated the dance floor. Now Robert Irwin and Dancing with the Stars taking things to the next level.
This is the biggest opportunity in dance on the world's biggest dance show.
Dancing with the Stars, The Next Pro, is giving 12 professional dancers a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to join the beloved dancing franchise this fall, with Robert Irwin trading in his dancing shoes for hosting. Mark Ballas and his ballroom dance legendary mom, Shirley, are at the judges' table, and a rotating cast of pros will fill in that third judge's seat.
It is hilarious watching their judging dynamic because even though it's mother and son, they have a lot of different points of view.
The assignment was jive.
That's fine.
He did not do enough jive.
That's fine.
End of.
What these dancers will have to learn is that being the best dancer is not going to give you a perfect 10.
They have a really steep learning curve. You've got to be a therapist, you've got to be the cheerleader for your partner, you've got to be sometimes a little bit of a drill sergeant, and at the same time, you also have to be able to perform to a live audience every single week.
It's something even Robert realized when filming the show.
It was a real eye-opening experience to see what it takes to be a pro. To be around my dance partner, Whitney Carson, every single day. You come to realize that the Dancing with the Stars pros are the reason why this show is what it is.
So will Robert dance? And will he bring the wildlife to the dance floor?
I just can't help myself. I don't want to give away too much, but we will definitely be melding both of those worlds together.
Dancing with the Stars, The Next Pro is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. And now to GMA Game Day, our countdown to the Super Bowl on ABC.
This week, we're visiting the home of the Arizona Cardinals.
Ask anyone who knows Rob Friedman.
Hey, what's up, Kai? What are you working, buddy?
The special education assistant at Washington High School in Phoenix is known for two things.
He's always helping people.
His dedication to the students he works with.
If you have any questions, let me know.
And his unwavering support of the Arizona Cardinals.
Welcome to my work desk here, Mr. Friedman's desk. They think I have OCD, obsessive carnal disorder.
The longtime season ticket holder hasn't missed a home game since 2008. In 2021, he was named Fan of the Year, even attending training camp and getting to know players.
He does with the Cardinals what he does here. He promotes. He's a part of their culture. He's their biggest fan, and he supports them in any way possible, which is the same thing he does here with our kids.
And as an adult with special needs, Mr. Friedman, as the students call him,
and how you doing, Cash, my man?
Brings that same enthusiasm to the classroom.
He understands what it's like to be a little different. It's easy to talk to him. He truly helps me feel like I can be myself and that my needs are going to be met.
Hey, good morning, Gabby. How are we doing?
I was taking a test for science, and I really didn't understand what we were learning. And Mr. Freeman actually sat with me and helped me read and take the whole entire test. It was something I appreciated.
Teachers made a difference in my life from preschool to when I was in college. And it feels special to be a part of my students' life. And it's a very rewarding job to make kids feel empowered.
Earlier this year, Rob took part in the first annual Cardinals Climb, which raised over $2 million to support the special needs community.
People with intellectual and developmental disabilities have so many gifts and so much to offer and so much to contribute. Our communities are better and our communities are stronger when they're included and when they're embraced. We want everybody to have what Rob has. We want everybody to be able to have a life of purpose and meaning and value. And like Rob shows, when people can share their gifts with the world's a better place for it.
Now, the Cardinals organization wants Rob to know how much he means to them.
Hey Rob, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. here. Hey Rob, it's Trey McBride here. I just want to say we all appreciate your support and all you've done for Arizona Cardinals. I just want to say thank you so much for your support, not only to our football team, but to the students here around the Valley. You're an inspiration to not only us, but to everyone here. See you soon. Go Cardinals.
Mr. Friedman is here with us. You know what, Rob, it's great to have you here. We watched Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, two incredibly talented and great football players, give you a shout out. How did that feel?
It makes me feel special, like I'm a part of the football team. Even though I don't put on the pads and the helmet.
How did you become such a big Cardinals fan?
My dad took me to my first Cardinals game in 1993, and I was starting to get into sports.
We talk to your students, too. Do you know how much they care about you and just how important you are to them?
I just want them to enjoy going to school. I know that someone believes in them.
Yeah.
Like the teachers did for me when I was in school.
It's clear they do.
And coaches, too. I forgot the coaches.
And coaches, too.
Well, guess what? Everybody, the students and the staff, are at the Cardinal Stadium right now to cheer you on. I think we have
Holy cow.
a picture of that right back there. Look at that. Everybody's there.
Yeah, let's go right up Red Sea.
And I'm a big Cardinals fan now, especially at that stadium, because that's where we won the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, David Tyree made the catch of the century.
My friend. And the great thing is, you go to all the home games. But you do not miss a home game. So we wanted to do something huge surprise for you and your students, because we want to send all of them to an upcoming game as well. We're going to give them all tickets to an upcoming game to go with you. What do you think about that?
Let's go, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How do you feel about that?
That'd be awesome.
Taking the students with you, let them find and see what your passion is and enjoying it and sharing that with you.
That'd be an amazing experience for all of them.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're an amazing person. We're glad you're here. I'm calling you Mr. Friedman. How about that? Mr. Friedman, we're so glad you're here. Good luck to the Arizona Cardinals. Good luck to you. I'm glad they're not beating up on me anymore. And you know what? Maybe one day I can make it out there. We can go to a game together.
That'd be awesome. And you come to a tailgate, too.
Ooh.
You tell some cool football stories, too.
They have food?
Yes.
All right, I'm in, buddy. I'm in.
When GMA Life returns, Deals and Steals.
Plus Reese Witherspoon. Welcome back to GMA Life, Deals and Steals, delivering in more ways than one. We've got big savings for your home, plus free shipping, Billy. Yeah. How about that? Okay, so we're starting. We got two fun things right here. Billy's the real prize, but unfortunately, he is not available, America. But you've got the bed jet, and that is the easiest way to attach to the bottom of your bed. You can either use it in the center, use it on the side for a particular person, and with that remote control, you can control either a cool stream of air or a warm stream of air, depending on whether or not you sleep hot or cold, to be able to have the perfect temperature. And because that remote control stays with you, you set it to the temperature that you want, and it will adjust through the night depending on your own body temperature. So one of the easiest ways to get a good night's sleep. Plus, it works with any size or type of mattress. Sets up in just a couple of minutes. Easy to use. 50 off plus
free shipping.
You got it. And then we got a double here with you, because not only do we have the bed jet, but we also have this NOLA mattress. This is a really great one. It is one of their hybrid mattresses that is loaded with benefits. So it's an incredibly comfortable night's sleep. There's 3 different levels of firmness for you to be able to choose from plush, luxury firm, which is what this one is, the midway, or firm. It's also got this pressure relieving targeted support to be very comfortable. You see, he could just fall right asleep. We've got from Twin to California King, all of these from NOLA, 50 off plus. Billy, there you go. He's not too tired to say that. Then thank you, Billy. We're coming over here to Green Life. We've got these great sets of cookware. It's an 18-piece set. What I love is that you've got these stay cool handles. It's a soft grip, comfortable to hold, tempered glass lids so that you can see exactly what's going on in there without releasing the heat. Beautiful different colors to be able to choose from. The full 18-piece set, $65 plus free shipping. Then we're coming here to Dura Living, which is all about organization in the kitchen with these really great glass storage containers. These are great for meal prep, and you can go from freezer into the oven with obviously just the glass container. Plus, we've got all of these forged steel precision knives from Dura Living as well. Cutting boards, we got you covered with everything for the kitchen. Every set is 50 off plus free shipping. Then a really fun one for the kitchen. This is Finamil, and it is going to be the easiest spice grinder that you've ever owned. It's beautiful to look at. And then just right here, imagine you want to just, I know I'm making a mess, but it's just showing you that with one hand and one finger, you grind a precise amount. Since it's fun to use, I like a little extra pepper, but the pod that's here could be filled with pepper, salt, any spice that you want, and they look really good on the counter. So whether you put it in the kitchen or leave it on the dining room table, everyone's gonna be able to spice as they wish. The sets are 50 off plus free shipping. And then finally, this is a really cool one. So if you have a standard size door, no tools needed for installation, and you want to be able to let the air flow in, the cool air flow in, but keep the bugs out, you've got this very easy to use screen door. And what's great is that this right here is all magnetized, so it will shut after you walk out. Great, so if kids are running through the house, great if pets are running, if you're carrying something and don't have a hand available to be able to close the door. This is a really great, convenient one to have.
It's also very renter friendly, great for apartments where you don't want to attach anything that's going to be a problem or get you into trouble. This one right here, 80,000 positive reviews. It's $15, all of the options, 15 to 25, plus free shipping. All of these deals, you can find them at gmadeals.com, or that QR code on the screen will take you there. Now, let's head over to Lori.
Thank you, Tori. And now it's time for the right stuff. We've got some products that will help you beat the summer heat with a frozen treat. So let's start with an at-home ice cream machine with all the bells and whistles. The Ninja Creamy Scoop and Swirl Soft Serve Ice Cream Machine. This is like the original, which went viral for turning virtually anything into surprisingly creamy ice cream. But now it can also give you swirlable soft serve. It has 6 dedicated programs for everything from frozen yogurt, frozen custard, to protein-packed treats. Scores extra high marks from reviewers because you're in control of every ingredient, so you can make it as healthy or as indulgent as you'd like. And we also just had to include the new slushy twist, which can now multitask. So you can make frozen margaritas on one side and lemonade slushies on the other. You're no longer locked into just one flavor. So if you're entertaining this summer, this is a must-get. Okay, next up, we've got the Cuisinart Frozen Yogurt Ice Cream and Sorbet Maker. If you're new to ice cream making and want a tried and true classic, you'd be hard-pressed to find anything better than this industry favorite. It's straightforward, affordable, and makes homemade frozen yogurt, sorbet, or ice cream incredibly fast. All you need to do is plan ahead and freeze the bowl, but after that, you just pour, press, and enjoy in about 20 minutes. It's really fast. We love that it doesn't overcomplicate the process and still makes top-notch frozen treats, and it's under $70. Okay, but if you're looking for something with no plugs, no batteries, no electricity, it's all about the Zoku Slush and Shake Maker. So if you need a frozen quick fix, this delivers on demand. It's so much fun. You freeze the inner core of the cup. I just keep mine in the freezer the whole time. You can pour in juice, lemonade, chocolate milk, your favorite drink, stir it like crazy. It takes about 7 minutes and it transforms into a slushy, smoothie, or milkshake, and it couldn't be easier for under $25. Okay, we're gonna move on to the Onyx stainless steel popsicle molds. These are incredible. You just fill them with fruit, yogurt, smoothies, juice, whatever you're gonna use, and you've got a healthier frozen treat that parents can feel good about making and serving all summer long. And then next up, we've got Jenny's Pint Club subscription, because of course, if you'd rather skip all the work and go straight to scooping, we don't judge. This Jenny's Pint Club subscription is the ultimate indulgence. You can choose from a minimum of 4 pints every 3, 6, or 12 months. And as a subscriber, you'll get new or limited edition flavors before they're widely available. It's a really fun gift for all the ice cream lovers you know, or honestly, the easiest way to make sure your freezer is always stocked with a cool treat. Coming up on GMA Life, we're celebrating 25 years of Legally Blonde. Welcome back to GMA Life. It has been 25 years since Legally Blonde was released. Will, do you happen to have a favorite line?
What, like it's hard? Do you have one?
Well, you stole mine.
Okay, then I'll change mine. The bend and snap. GMA had the amazing chance to celebrate with the woman who played Elwood's Oscar winner, Reese Witherspoon. Take a look.
Reese, we always enjoy having you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm serious, 25 years.
I know.
What do you think, why does it still resonate with so many folks?
You know, I've thought a lot about it. I think this character at the time, in 2001 when it came out, she was all about optimism, positivity, but also she was an underdog. And I think everyone in life has always, there's not a person who goes through this world doesn't feel like, do I belong? Do I fit into this group? Do I deserve to succeed? And I think it really struck a chord with women. There's not a day that goes by in my life without somebody stopping me saying, I love you in Legally Blonde, or I went to law school because of Elle Woods, or I named my daughter Elle. And it's been a really huge defining part of my life. So I'm really honored to be here. This just touches my heart to see people who love her.
I walked in the hallway, I saw everybody in pink. I'm like, what's going on here? But you know, you had an event this weekend, L World.
Yes.
L World event. A lot of your co-stars were there from the original cast. You had Victor Garber, you had Selma Blair, Jennifer Coolidge. What's it like for you to get back together with them and hang out a little bit?
You know what? It was such a beautiful moment that was unexpectedly emotional. I cried over and over because it just reminded me how much it had meant to people over the time, and just traveling around the world and seeing what Paulette means. Like Jennifer Coolidge's character is so important to fans because this friendship between this girl and this nail technician. It just shows you women support each other across, you know, every part of life, you know, and the important thing is that we always surround ourselves with people who lift us up and cheer us on.
Amen
to that.
Yes.
Part of the celebration was also for a new show coming out in July that you're executive producing. It's called Elle, and this is a prequel. Can you tell us anything about it?
Yeah, so I went to my producing partner, Lauren Neustadter, and I said, you know, I had just watched that Wednesday Addams show on Netflix with my son, and I thought, what if we did Elle Woods in high school? And you see her origin story and how she became this ray of positivity and this very ambitious young girl. And it just became this beautiful script written by Laura Cattrall and Carolyn Dries about a mother-daughter. And it became sort of the story of Elle Woods and her mom and how her mom encourages her.
Oh, what a brilliant idea to do that. Well, as we said, we have some super fans here, and we're going to get to your questions in a moment. But there's somebody else, I think you might know who this is, who has a question.
Okay.
Hi, Reese. It's Luke Wilson. I'll never forget that first day at work when you walked around the corner and seeing that now iconic wardrobe and seeing that great walk you were doing. But the question I wanted to ask you was, how did you settle on that voice for the character of Elle? And did you practice it with your friends, or did you do it in front of the mirror alone? Or how'd you figure that out? And was it based on anybody?
Good question.
I actually love this question.
Oh my God.
He's so precious.
Every time I see Luke, I want to start crying because he's so wonderful, and we had so much fun. But he was so inspiring to me too, because I came out with a big character voice and a big character walk, and I think I surprised a lot of people. But I wanted to make sure she sounded like she was from California, and so she drags her words a little bit. And I actually went around Beverly Hills and I watched women shop in shoe stores and saw how they held their nails and how they walked when they tried on pretty shoes. Women just act different when their nails are done.
True.
And when they have on a pretty shoe, you just walk differently.
That's so funny. It's
I
true.
developed it all by watching people shop in Beverly Hills.
Great question by Luke.
It's not that way looking at a man shop for shoes. I can tell you that. Nothing special about that at all. But we do have some special guests here in the studio who love you, and that's why they're here. And we're gonna take some questions from you. And at first, Julia, I know you have a question for us.
Yes, hi Reese. I'm a big fan. I grew up watching Legally Blonde. There's so many amazing lines in the movie, and I was just curious, what's your favorite quote?
Oh gosh. There's so many moments I think about her sort of becoming empowered. One scene that I think is really emotional for me is when she looks at this boy who she followed to college and she says, "I'm never going to be good enough for you, am I?" And I think that's the turning moment for her to decide, I'm not going to focus on this romantic relationship. I'm going to focus on myself and my personal growth.
It's such a fun movie, but so many great life lessons in it. It's so brilliant. And we have another super fan, Tia. Tell us what your question is.
Yes, hi Reese, I love you. I love the film. And I just wanted to know, are there any aspects of Elle Woods' personality that you took with you into your personal life?
Oh, thank you for asking that. I think this is another thing that I think people didn't know when I made the movie. I had a little girl. I had a 1-year-old when I made the film, and I was only 23. But it was a big deal for me to put ideas about being a woman I wanted her to aspire to be. So a woman who supports other women, a woman who doesn't judge people, a woman who keeps her eyes on her own paper and doesn't talk bad about people behind their backs. So there were all these important ideas that I wanted to have in the film, and I feel like they're there, and I think it's why women find it so inspiring, because I made it from my little girl.
And that's all for GMA Life.
Up next, all the top stories and latest news right here on ABC News Live, where the news never stops.
Thank you for joining us, and we will see you right back here next week.